What's up, y'all? It's your boy eBay Fight Predictions in the building, and this is your UFC Orlando full card predictions and breakdown video for Kevin Holland versus Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. Yeah, I know you guys see me with my security guard stuff on. I'm about to get ready for work, so I thought about busting this video out real quick. But hey, I love this card. This is a phenomenal card. I will be streaming this, by the way. If I can't, I'll let you guys know. But right now, we're all good. We're all good in terms of getting that stream done on Saturday. But yeah, man, hope you guys enjoyed your holidays. By the way, I just wanted to say that I enjoyed mine. I was thinking about posting a video, but I was like, hell no, man. I think I earned a break. But but yeah, man, this is a good card. I love this card. But before we get into this card, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share the video. Let's get this eBay Fight Prediction Nation growing. Also, follow me on my social medias, Twitter and Instagram. Those links will be down below in the description box. This card is really solid, man. We start off the fight with Yasmin Jaraga. I think that's how you say her name, or I don't know how you say the last name. If I mispronounce it, I'm sorry. I tell you guys every time. I barely passed high school. I'm not smart. But hey, you still watch though, some of y'all. Versus Estelle Nunez. I'm gonna go with Yasmin, man. She had a really good fight in her last fight. Estelle Nunez is decent, but yeah, this Yasmin girl seems like she's a fucking fighter, man. She goes out to scrap, and she gives entertaining fights. I think she's just gonna be a little better than her, faster than her. Estelle Nunez might have a grappling edge here, but besides that, I gotta rock with Yasmin by decision. I think it's going to be a good fight, hopefully, like that last fight she had. But yeah, it is what it is. Next fight, Francis Marshall versus Marcelo Rojo. I got to rock with Rojo here. This is a hard one. Marshall's a good grappler, but I think Rojo is, I mean, he's a bantamweight, yeah. But you look at the size discrepancy, it's not that big. I know a lot of people are rocking with this Marshall kid, but he's 23 years old. He's a young cat, young wrestler, but Rowe's been in the game. I've never ever seen him too dominated in the grappling in the UFC. Yeah, he did get submitted by Kyle Phillips, but if Rowe can get in this kid's face, break him down, I think he can really teach this kid a lesson. I like Marshall, don't get it twisted. His grappling's really solid. He's a good wrestler, but I think Rojo can give him a reality check. And Rojo's going to be the faster guy. Coming up from bantamweight, he will be the faster guy. And his job's on the line. I think Rojo's going to have all the motivation in the world to win this fight. I'm rocking with Marcel Rojo by decision here, and I think this is going to be a banger fight. But yeah, I can't wait for this one. But could Francis probably win? I'm not doubting it, but I'm rocking with Rojo here. Next fight, Natan Levy versus Valdez. Oh my God, Valdez. I don't even have anything to say. I'm rocking with Natan Levy by second round sub. This is laughable. We saw what fucking Frivola did to Valdez. I don't even think I need to say anything. Natan Levy I don't feel like has performed to his potential, but I think if he can get the takedowns here, he has a weird striking style, but if he can do what he has to do in this fight, he should roll. Honestly, he should get the finish here. I really am picking him to get the finish here. So Levy by a second round submission. Next fight, Tracy Cortez versus Amanda Ribas. Interesting fight here. Ribas, I don't know, man. Sometimes she's good and sometimes she's just not solid. I don't know how to say it. I thought she won her last fight against Chukagian. It was close though. And then she beat Verna, but she keeps getting dropped. It's like she has a weird chin issue. But in this match against Cortez, I think she's better than Cortez. I think she's better than Cortez in every facet of MMA. And I know it's crazy to say, but Cortez is good. She's a good grappler. But her last fight against Gato, I thought, man, she almost lost that, but she did edge it out. She showed her toughness. But I'm rocking Ribas by decision here. Again, she's stronger, she's tougher. Only issue I would say is the chin of Ribas. That's the only place where I'm like a little concerned. But I've seen Tracy Cortez get dropped before against girls like fucking what's her name, Justine Kish. You know, like Cortez is she's not anything special. So I'm rocking Ribas by decision here. So okay, this is probably gonna be a controversial pick. All right, and maybe one of my other ones was also controversial, but still, Darren Elkins versus Jonathan Pierce. Darren Elkins might not like me. It is what it is. It's okay, but he's my guy. I always love watching him compete. One of the toughest dudes of all time. Has one of the greatest comebacks of all time against Masard Bektik. I'm rocking with Darren Elkins here. I don't need to tell y'all why. You guys should know. Yeah, Jonathan Pierce, he did his thing. You know, he's on a 4-fight win streak. He's beating everyone. But, hey, Joe Lozon taught him respect, okay? Not too long ago. Yeah, it was 3 years ago. But, hey, if Lozon could do it, Elkins can do it. I'm rocking with Elkins here. Fuck it. Good on Jonathan Pierce for beating Makwan Americani, but yeah, it is what it is. This is Darren Elkins, the damage, man. 38 years old, primed, ready to go. I'm rocking with my guy Elkins. I know everyone's probably like, what the fuck is he talking about? But hey, this is just a biased pick here. And yeah, I'm rocking with him. But in my next fight, though, I will give you guys a more fair opinion. I love Michael Johnson, and I'm not a big fan of Marc Diakiese, right? But this one, it breaks my heart to do this. I'm actually rocking with Marc Diakiese. I don't really like Marc Diakiese, but man, I've been so impressed in his last 2 fights. He really changed up his style. He went from a striker to a wrestler. I know he wrestled in his Lando Venata fight, but he was striking in parts of that fight. But his last 2 fights, he solely is grappling. And it's just hard not to give him the edge in here. Even though Michael is a former wrestler, and it looks like from what I've been seeing on his Instagram, it looks like he's been really working hard on his grappling. And I'll talk more about it in my breakdown for this fight. Michael looks way more motivated than he's ever been in his career, in my humble opinion. His last 2 fights, there's just more urgency to get up from takedowns and not be, stalled there. But I just think Marc is on a roll right now, and it's hard to pick against him, man. I thought Borchev was gonna hurt him and break him, and he proved me wrong, man. And obviously the fucking what's his face, Demir fight. I mean, who cares? But I think I really do believe Marc Diakiese is the pick here. I got him by decision. I think the fight will be close in the first round. I think maybe Michael edges it. I think he stuffs some takedowns, maybe lands some good shots. But when the fight keeps going, I think Marc should be able to get a few takedowns in control time. And we see this with Michael Johnson. As much as I love the guy, when you think he can win it, he loses it. And he's a good fighter. I really do believe that. But just fight IQ, that's his issue. He doesn't have fight IQ. So I'm rocking with Marc Diakiese here. But I'm rooting for Michael Johnson hardcore. I would be so happy if I was wrong. Next fight, Clay Guida versus Scott Holtzman. Man, tough fight for both guys in my opinion. Clay Guida's in a tough spot. Scott's in a real tough spot, coming off 2 KO losses. Both guys near the same age. This is a hard one. Both guys are good grapplers. But Scott's last win was against Jim Miller, right? That was his last one 2 years ago. What's it called? Fucking Jim Miller was able to finish Clay Guida. So, right, there's that. Now, obviously, you don't want to use MMA math, right? But Clay, he's been doing pretty decent. He's been winning, he's been losing, he's been winning. He's been having close fights with really good guys, man. He went to a split decision against Mark Madsen, who's a decent fighter, and he beat Leonardo Santos, who is, I think, a little fallen off at this point. Did beat Michael Johnson, who I think is good. So, yeah, he's not good. He's tough. He still has the wrestling, hot as the cardio. Scott Holtzman, on the other hand, he fought Matsu Gamrot and Beneil Dariush back to back and got knocked out. So those two in itself is way higher than any level of competition Clay Guida fought. So I think it's kind of fair to say that Scott kind of got thrown to the wolves. So I kind of think Scott should win this. It's going to be tough for him. I do, because the chin is just, I don't know if it's the same. But I'm actually going to be rocking with Scott Holtzman over Clay Guida by decision. I think if he can kind of sprawl and brawl a little bit, I think he should win this fight. I think he should be good. But yeah, it's going to be a good fight, though. Can't wait for it. Next fight, Angela Hill versus Emily Ducote. I was surprised in Angela Angela Hill's last fight. She shocked me. I give her credit where credit is due. But I'm rocking with Emily Ducote. I don't think Hill's going to go for takedowns. I don't think she's going to employ the grappling. I think Hill thinks she's a better striker than what she really is. I think Emily's a better striker than her, just technically the way I'm watching it. I know Hill's going to have that reach advantage. And if it does go to the scorecards, the judges are always going to pick against Hill. I don't know why. I don't know what she did to them, but hey, it is what it is. I really don't care. I say you fade Hill any chance you fucking get. So, yeah, I'm picking Ducote by decision here over Angela Hill. Just my opinion. I'm sorry, just my opinion. Next fight, Niko Price versus Philip Rowe. Another fight that breaks my heart. And I like Philip Rowe, but I'm a big Niko Price fan. But I'm not going to be picking Niko Price here. Niko Price looked god-awful against Alex Oliveira. And he hasn't fought in a year and 1 month. Philip Rowe has been somewhat... I mean, he hasn't fought in 9 months too. But he has good boxing. His only issue is leg kicks and wrestling. Niko does bring a wrestling aspect to this fight that he could employ, but I don't know if he can do that for 15 straight minutes. And Niko likes to swing and bang. I think that's where it plays into Philip Rowe's game, where he can snipe him. And I'm actually going to be rocking with Philip Rowe by 3rd round TKO, man. It breaks my heart, but yeah, Niko is just, I don't know. I think he's reached his apex of his career. You know, that Jeff Neal performance in the Luque performance will look good on his resume, but it just seems like you just take all that damage, you know what I'm saying? And you just don't employ a lot of your skill sets. And now you're trying to employ the grappling and all that. I think it's a little too late, but yeah, I'm rocking with Philip Rowe by 3rd round TKO. Next fight, Eryk Anders versus Kyle Daukaus. This is a tough one. Both guys are coming off losses. Kyle Daukaus coming off a KO loss. Eryk Anders coming off a weird split decision loss. I thought he won the fight against Park. This is a tough fight for both guys. But I'm actually going to be rocking with Eryk Anders here over Kyle Daukaus. I actually picked Roman Dolidze over Daukaus, and Daukaus is a good fighter. Don't get it twisted. But the issue with Daukaus is I've noticed this, guys like Brendan Allen, Roman Dolidze, when they can employ their size on him and they're good in the striking, he has issues. Like when he fought, what's that guy's name? Dustin Stoltzfus, right? Dustin can't strike to save his life. So he was able to win that fight against Phil Hawes. Phil has some good offensive striking. I know his defense sucks, but he has some good offensive striking. When he employed his size on him, got on top of him from takedowns or pushed him to the cage for the clinch, he was able to win that fight. Same thing with Roman Dolidze, same thing with Brendan Allen. But with Roman, he ended up throwing that knee and he fucking killed him, right? With Brendan, he just kept the pace on him. Now, Eryk Anders shown that what he likes to do, his game is he likes to throw crazy shots in the pocket, back you up, and clinch you up in the fence, maybe get takedowns. That's Eryk Anders' whole game. It's nothing special. It's that simple. He'll try to go for knees in the clinch. He'll try to attack you in the clinch. He'll go for a finish in the first round. If he can't do that, he'll just put you up against the fence and try to take you down. And that just doesn't play into Daukaus' game. Daukaus is long, he's range, he's a good grappler, but in the clinch, I see him getting beat. So I'm rocking with Eryk Anders actually over Daukaus. Next fight, Jack Hermansson versus Roman Dolidze. Speak of the devil. I got a breakdown on this. I'm rocking with Jack Hermansson by decision. Jack is just, man, I was going to pick Brunson to beat him, but I love Brunson, so it is what it is. But my point is, though, Jack is good, man. He's solid. And his improvement in his striking, I was so happy he put it on that sucker, Chris Curtis. I was so happy he put it on him, taught him how to strike, hurt him in the second round. Just a complete performance. Roman Dolidze, if he can't get takedowns, and if he can't get that clinch position, his actual striking isn't that good if you really watch it. He's good, don't get into his in transition with wrestling, but it's just striking in itself, that's not his game. You saw it against Trevin Giles. Trevin Giles dropped him. I thought he won that fight, but it wasn't because of the strike. I thought it was because of the grappling. Jack Hermansson's a way better grappler than Roman Dolidze. So on the feet, Jack is the better fighter, and on the ground, Jack is the better fighter. So I think Jack just has a beat. So it's going to be a good fight. I respect Roman for taking the fight. But yeah, man, Jack's going to have to teach him some respect. Next fight, Tuivasa versus Sergei Pavlovich. I'm rocking with Sergei Pavlovich by third round TKO. I think it's just a quick turnaround for Ty. I go more in depth with it in my breakdown, but yeah, just really quick turnaround for Ty, and I just don't like it. Took a lot of damage against Sorokhan. People don't understand how many head kicks he ate, how much punches to the face he ate, a lot of body kicks too. I don't think that's gonna fucking show today or when they fight on Saturday, but the damage he took on his chin was just too much, man. It was crazy. You go watch that fight, man. He took a lot of damage. So it's good. It builds up. Respect to him. He's a good fighter and he's a fun fighter to watch, and he makes this card great. But yeah, I'm rocking with Sergei Pavlovich. Next fight, Matheus Nicolau versus Schnell. I love this fight. I'm actually rooting for Schnell so hard. I gain a lot of respect for Schnell after his last fight. Schnell, I've always had my issues with him because he's so good. He's so good. He really is a good fighter. Like, good boxing, good grappling. Just a good technical fighter, but has horrible chin. It's not even a defensive issue. You're gonna get hit in a fight. I always explain that to people. Defense, like I'll explain to you, people who have bad defense, that are good offensive strikers, like Rob Font. I love Rob Font, but he has great offense, but bad defense, right? And that's why he gets caught or wobbled a lot. But most of the time in a fight with 4-ounce fucking gloves, if it's MMA, you're gonna get touched. You can't just go in there thinking you're not gonna get touched. So it's not like that Matt is just taking too much punishment. He just gets hit a lot. Not hit a lot, but he gets hit in the right moment and he folds. He can't take it. And I really want him to beat Nicolau. This Nicolau guy, man, he's just, I don't know. He's just been winning fights. So I'm rooting for Schnell hard, but I just think Nicolau's the better fighter, man. He's slick, man. This guy's real good. He's very in and out, good counter striker, good wrestling, just really well-rounded, man. The Dvorak win just opened my eyes. I was like, whoa, okay, maybe this guy's really, really good. And then Tim Elliott, like, it's just weird. Like, he's really good fight IQ too. That's one thing I will give him. He's a good counter puncher. Like, reminds me of somewhat of like Rafael Santos' game in his prime, just with a little more power and pop. But this kid is, man, he's really smart, man. Against Cape, I thought Cape could have won it. It was really close though. But this kid, he beat Cape because he had better fight IQ. You look at all these fights, better fight IQ. All of them. You look at every mistake his opponents made, especially against Tim Elliott, to be on his back for that long. That's just Nicolau just being smarter than him. And same thing with Cape. Cape backing up the whole entire fight. You know what I'm saying? And not adjusting to Nicolau's pressure. Just fight IQ, bro. This kid's really good, man. I like this kid. But he's somewhat kind of boring, I'm not gonna lie. But he's smart, man. Good fight IQ. I really do praise him on that. But yeah, I got Nicolau by decision. Next fight in the co-main event, Rafael dos Anjos versus Bryan Barberena. I do have a breakdown on this. I'm rocking with RDA by second round sub. Yeah, arm triangle. Bryan Barberena, you had a good run, but it's over. Goodbye, sir. And good riddance. Yeah, I do have a little bit of hate for Barberena because he KO'd Robbie Lawler. Robbie's a legend of the game. If you don't like Robbie, then I don't know what you're doing. And I hated seeing Robbie get finished by this guy, and it sucks that he has that on his resume. So hopefully RDA puts him back in his place. RDA, man, at welterweight was a former title contender. All right, like, that's where this conversation should fucking end. There is no back talk. All right, RDA beat guys like Robbie Lawler, Neil fucking Magny in a round. Barberena could never, okay? He wouldn't even think of doing something like that to Magny. He know better. So I'm rocking with RDA by fucking second round sub. And yeah. And in the main event, Stephen Wonderboy Thompson versus Kevin Holland. I love this fight. It's going to be a good fight, man. I really have a good feeling. And it's a striker versus striker matchup. Wonderboy wanted one. It is a hard fight for Wonderboy. Kevin Holland is big. I didn't realize how much bigger he was in the reach And in the height, then Thompson, bro. I was looking at the tail of the tape. He's, yes, fucking 6'3" to 6 foot. 81-inch reach to 75-inch reach. Think about that, bro. 6-inch reach advantage for Kevin Holland. It's a fucking tough fight for Wonderboy. I think it's going to be good and competitive, but usually Wonderboy wins these kind of striking affairs. And maybe Holland can pull like an Anthony Pettis, like upset, but I'm rocking with Wonderboy by decision. This is going to be a close fight. I can't wait for it. But look at the strikers, right? Jeff Neal, Wonderboy styles on him. Vicente Luque, Wonderboy styles on him. So it's like when you give Wonderboy a striker, he styles on him. Last two fighters were grapplers, you know what I'm saying? I think it's going to be a good fight too. I really can't wait for it. But if you want more details on how I feel about this fight, go check out my breakdown. It's coming out on YouTube. But I hope you guys enjoyed this full card predictions. That's it. I got Thompson by decision. Yeah. Like, comment, and share. Let's get this eBay Fight Prediction Nation growing. Follow me on my Instagram and my Twitter. Can't wait for it. See you guys at the stream if I do stream. Man, like, we got 2 more events, y'all. Like, it's crazy, bro. And then we got no UFC for like a month, which is gonna be tough. But I'm gonna try to pump out some content in that month as much as I can. But yeah, man, this is an awesome year. I enjoyed every second of it. Just have to close this for real quick. But yeah, man, fucking Thanksgiving was lit. I had fun. I hope you guys had fun at Thanksgiving. Christmas is going to be lit. Hope you guys get ready for Christmas. But yeah, it is what it is. I don't know why I keep talking. I love y'all. See y'all. Goodbye. Your boy eBay is out of here.